Desolate with the Manta. You could even possibly go for a Diffusal build if you want to, burn some of her mana that way as well. And they also got the Lion factor.
Yeah, straight away kicking off onto Dismar. An early smoke coming out from the crewmates, and they're looking for first blood already. D-Flash, Armin, and Hunterjack all there, giving it to Royor.
They also got press the attack now, level 1, Gary.
Oh no.
Not but
ideal.
I guess it's not the worst situation, right? Like, you still got Fade Bolt to be able to secure the range creep. So, it's not horrible, we'll say.
Yeah, I guess you probably wanted it a level 2 or so anyway against this this gyrocopter. Get rid of that homing missile stun. Well, yeah, it's the first time we've seen in a while now an early smoke into first blood around bounty runes, even before the runes are spawning.
Really reading the enemy team well there. So 2 bounties for both sides, but obviously they got the first blood. Who was it who got it? Oh, the mid laner got the first blood. Woo! That's good.
Look at how many bottles he's got queued up. He knows he's a rich fella.
He's just seeking attention here.
What like Bo was saying, he's that famous streamer, right? He's trying to make all his fans happy.
Yep.
Trolling them all with the bottles. Right, so he's up against Tau on that Void Spirit in the mid lane. Into these side lanes, we're going to see a Bloodseeker down bottom, hijacking Armin, putting a bit of damage and a lot of pressure onto this Medusa from an early point as an Oracle Dusa lane. They can output a decent amount of damage when they get a few levels.
Yeah, I think this Lion Bloodseeker lane should be a little bit more favored, though. It's incredible how this Bloodseeker hero can be played as an offlane or a carry and still be like tier 1 in both roles. I think Bloodseeker is also going to have a lot of good use this game. He's probably not going to be rupturing to do so, more rupturing the Void Spirit so he can't move around. And as long as you have a good laning stage, he's going to have a lot of impact. Top.
Well, there's that press the attack. Keeps Dismar alive.
Flash has to use the homing missile onto the Legion Commander, so he can't use the press the attack onto the Rubik if the homing missile goes onto the Rubik. So that's something he's gotta consider on the Gyrocopter this game.
Yeah, choose your targets wisely. I'm trying to safeguard that Spectre's farm as best he can.
Here we go.
A little bit annoying, and there they go, move forward. Gonna rocket up onto Greedy. Just gonna press the attack and
that's
turn
an
and
Orb of
fight,
Venom.
Dismar has the lift.
Okay,
Pops his Mango, gets the mana up for it, and D-Flash. Is he going to be speedy enough to get back to his tower? Looks like he's all right.
So tanky. Look at his armor. He's got 6 armor on the Gyrocopter. Like, this is why this hero as a position 5 is really powerful. It's tanky, got good movement speed, got a stun. Tau getting
Instant
a little
attack
bit
animation.
Zoned out mid lane, as we see that right now. I mean, this is what happens when you get the early first blood. You get a little bit of that bottle earlier than the Void Spirit. Tau, his bottle is only coming out now, so he was not able to refill his bottle with the water rune.
True. Meanwhile, this Mars having a grand old time. And looking down to bottom lane, Cat doesn't get away from the blood right. Getting mana drained as well by this Lion. And Medusa is struggling a touch, even in terms of CS with the Bloodseeker. But definitely not comfortable down in that bottom lane.
You knew I was cold-blooded.
What do we see from this offlane Bloodseekers? I've seen plenty of the POS one going into that Maelstrom. Is it a similar kind of story, or do we go, like the Spirit Vessel, more utility like we used to?
Atos. That's a really good pickup for the... Oh, wow. They get the kill. Level 3 Dusa. And the Oracle. Gonna snipe out that Lion. I'm not a big fan of
top lane, though. Press the attack onto Dismar, but that Rocket Barrage still slicing through him as FCR. He's not going to be able to give chase anymore onto this one. Oh, the salve. Greedy. He's going to try and block him out. Keep the Rubik up and running. Rocket Barrage, level 2 now on this Gyro, doing so much damage. I was actually surprised I was surprised that Cat sniped that kill, because the snake was flying onto the Lion earlier on. And this Cat Oracle just says, nah, Purifying Flames, my kill.
Radiant structures are fortified.
I think this Lion right now, looking at bottom, he's trying to go on to the Oracle here. Instead of going for the manager, and if he has this Hex, I feel as if they would have got 1 or 2 kills already onto this Oracle. There's a mistake a lot of Lion players make where they feel like, oh, hey, mana drain, free, mana for you. But in reality, you're just missing out on so much lockdown.
It feels so good, like giving yourself something and taking it away from your opponents is always the feel good factor.
Definitely a huge bait though, Gary.
Yeah, it feels like it. And Oracle doesn't have boots either. So if you're able to keep the disables and stun him up, he's not going to be able to run away from you. His Lion does have them as well as the Bloodseeker. Going on to the Medusa this time. Burning through a lot of that mana, and I guess that's a reason for it, but the turnaround magic damage onto Hijack, forcing the 1 charges out of him and the Deucer, just to stay alive. But I guess they've got to know that, Bloodseeker there has the salve, whereas Medusa doesn't. Gonna have to be given it by the Oracle.
Good trades so far. How's this top lane looking right now? Looks like Spectre's farming alright. Legion Commander is an extremely hard lane. Oh, bottom, just a little bit of action, but that's okay. But yeah, talk about this top lane. Like, Legion Commander is a really hard lane for Spectre to deal with, so if he just gets XP and gold, he's going to be happy with that.
Oh, that was some serious damage from that overwhelming odds. Meanwhile, bottom lane,
really was.
Medusa, going to be fine again. I say fine, she's alive, but I'm not sure she's so happy. The Lion is continually
being put on her.
Stunning and draining all that mana. Well, yeah, Gyrocopter on this pos 5 just going to return back up to top, and he's kind of done his job, right? Secured the Spectre some good early farm. I'm in. Oh, Cat. Just right-clicks him down. He went very deep there, looking for this Medusa. It's been a bit scrappy in both of these side lanes. I mean, again, we've got like a dagger and a homing missile going on to Greedy. No real follow-through as the wave has been pulled into the camp.
And we might actually start seeing some action coming out from the mid players now. It's 6 minutes. The first rune is a illusion rune, unfortunately, for Tal. And Lion gonna TP mid, smoke up and refill the Mars, and they're going straight to bottom. I'm not sure that ward of G-Pride on the left side actually saw them smoking here. So this could be a really fast play. If they get the Oracle kill, it's a little bit upsetting. Oh boy. Missed the spear. But that's okay. He's dead.
Get the Earth Spike and chase him down. Throw in the Blood Ride as well. And Cat. It's taken a while to take him down, but it is a kill on the Oracle. But
yep. Deuce is fine though. They still have the arena.
Doesn't look like Mars wants to stick around down here, though. Wants to get back into mid lane as a wave does arrive on his tower.
Yeah, mid tower might take a little too much damage, plus the Void Spirit can TP bottom if you try to dive the Dusa and turn the fight around as well. So he's just gonna walk back towards middle. I would say overall net win for G-Pride. Like, all they lost was an Oracle for a smoke rotation. And Void Spirit got 3 creep waves plus 500 damage onto this mid tower.
Yeah, and Mars starting to fall behind pretty drastically. Like, looking at the CS, 45 and 12 for that Void Spirit, 35 for the Mars. After the first blood is probably the key factor there. We would have expected Mars with that earlier bottle, especially, to have a real great time.
Definitely.
Let's see if he makes any more moves, because they did also get some good vision down in that bottom jungle. Now, they spot Cat right now with an observer board. They'll see Medusa, and she slithers into that jungle too. So they'll have openings if they want to try and use them. And a lot of stacks being made. If we look in that Radiant Triangle, Dismar, he's building up Ancients. So a big bank waiting.
For the Dusa. And Mars got the 8-minute power rune here, Gary. It is a arcane if he decides to pop it.
I'm just deciding to hold on to it for now. Kill the Oracle naturally instead and on a killing spree. Try and regen up and chase the Dusa. They see this Dusa perfectly, so with the arena and the Blood Rite, a couple of circles on top of her, catching up, spearing across into the side, but in comes Tau. Nice little remnant to simulate forward. Rayo dropping pretty low quickly. Dusa stands her ground and fights FCR. Hordes back in. The Mars has survived and run back away. Now Tau and Dismar have got to retreat. No mana remaining. No spells left. So Crewmates, they use that vision perfectly.
Argus making a really awkward decision to stick around when the Oracle just got picked off by the Mars, and the Mars didn't even use the arena there. So Medusa also making her teammates TP down there to try and help her. That's a lot of negative tempo for G-Pride. And losing the carry. Greedy. Whew, there's a lot of damage from the gyro and Spec.
That's level 3 rocket barrage.
Blade mail. Wow, if you actually clicked the blade mail there, when the Legion Commander was trying to use the overwhelming odds, he would have just died.
Is under attack.
I was going to ask you, Spectre item builds we've seen change little by little over time. Blade mail, good choice this game?
Yeah, I think so. You can just run in with the blade mail on, plus it helps you farm.
Is under attack.
He's looking for that chip best, if possible, in this game.
Dire's middle tower.
I kind of like the Falcon Blade too, though, on Spectre. HP, mana, damage, all spectacular stats for Spectre. Falcon Blade, blade mail, looks good.
Radiant's
Yeah, it feels like that old Ring of Aquila. Definitely feels super nice. And what's next? Because we've definitely seen this blade mail into Manta style.
Oh, check out
Radiance
mid,
has
Gary.
become a thing of the past. Oh, it's a tower just dying to tower.
That's yup, that's without a catapult. He just killed that tower. They traded for bottom. I think that's a huge mistake from Crewmates to just give that tower up. I understand Mars, he just wanted to make a play to go for the bottom tower, but if that's the case, at least one of the supports needed to be middle, stopping this Void Spirit from being able to do that.
Is under attack.
We're giving it away for free.
Yeah, it's okay to give your
Radiance.
life, but definitely not the tower.
Radiance on the Spectre's a thing of the past now, yeah?
Radiant's bottom tower is under
We might see it. It's possible, but I think this game you want that Manta. You want maybe the Diffusal Blade as well, just to be able to get on the Deuce. Oh, okay.
Okay. Gets the kill. They chase that one down. Waiting for the Fate Eater to wear off now. The Rupture onto Tau. He does Astral Step off to the left-hand side. He's got Dissimulate down south to get away from the
Good.
Mars ulti. Great
Very
little
nice.
steal coming through from the Rubik too, as the cooldown will only land onto Dismar. And the homing missile donks onto Tau.
Yeah, I would like to see Mars get a 1 skill point in Bulwark, so he can just turn that off and on so the Rubik doesn't steal any good spells in this game. I'd be very
Catching
oh,
Dusa.
Dusa. She's caught.
Speared up. 10-1 charges at the ready. And there's an overwhelming
Nice
odds.
overwhelming odds.
Claps down onto 3 of them.
So much damage from that spell there. Yeah, so
Medusa with-
I was gonna mention earlier, like I'd be very disappointed if I see this Rubik get any good spells from the Mars this game.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Oh,
Uh-oh, she's gonna get arena. Nope.
First duel of the game. Here we go. Greedy. Gets the plus 10. Leaving FCR all alone up there.
It's very nice for G-Pride.
I want to jump into mid. Mars just being soloed down by the Void Spirit. He's going to pop to the Astral Step. And Lion, does he get chased down? Phase boots, but no spells left for Void Spirit. And Invis Rune will get Amin out.
Damn. Can you just imagine that, Gary? This Mars had first blood, and the Void Spirit still won the lane, having a lot of impact and took the mid tower.
And
That's
then solo
pretty
kills
impressive
you.
by Tal. Yep.
Oh, it's disastrous now. And they're keeping this Medusa nicely tucked away. Dragonlance heading back into Yasha. So we're not seeing that that Manta rush.
Rubik's Arena top.
Yeah, that's pretty nice one with a duel as well.
Back
Take
to
down
back dual
Hijack.
kills.
Dire's top tower
3 heroes from the Radiant up top, trying to claim a tier 1.
are fortified.
Crewmates want to defend this. They do have the Mars Arena.
Are fortified.
And the call down ready.
He's eyeing it up. Dissimulate is spent, but Tau still has an Astral Step to jump away. And there's nobody else coming either. I mean, they've got Haunt, sure, but Lion sitting mid. That means that they don't really want to straight up initiate.
This is such a good spell from Rubik here, Gary. He's got level 4 Blood Right from the offlane Bloodseeker. Holy smokes.
That's wonderful, isn't it?
That is so scary. I mean, it's got a spell amp thanks to his passive, and then under a duel, you're just going to be able to kill anyone.
It's pure damage. Mm-hmm. And you can just clear out creep waves if he wants as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I would have
Time to
preferred
come.
the Bloodseeker going like 2 levels in Blood Right, I think, this game. Kind of playing more of that carry-ish Bloodseeker build. And then, you know, using that to have some lane pushing potential, farming up to your Atos, and then becoming the offlane Bloodseeker later.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Let's see if the smoke connects on anyone. They do know where tower
yeah,
is.
it
Spear
does.
him onto the tree. That good high ground vision with the finger of death. Trying to clear through the Void Spirit. Nicely done. And Blood Right placed onto Blood Right there.
He's got a
Doesn't-
God's Rebuke now on Rubik. Hey, that's not what you want. No. Keep the Blood Right. So good.
What was it timing out or something? Why has he decided
He
that?
could have just clicked the Bloodseeker. Maybe he thought it was a spear that was the last spell,
Maybe.
which is also good. But I feel like on Rubik in the early game, you always want an ability that lets you two-shot creep waves. So your Fade Bolt plus the Stolen ability, if you can clear an entire wave, you're going to get so farmed in the mid game.
It also creates pressure as well, just having this, support hero that's, like a Kotl or a Grimstroke, just shoving waves, relentlessly stopping you from actually approaching to a position on the map that you want. And now G-Pride smoking out from mid.
They see it. They saw it. Because the Fade Bolt came out from Fog. And they know the
They
smoke's
still make
coming.
the jump on the gyro, though. Tower should be able to gather this one up with another dual victory for Greedy. 30 bonus damage on your Legion. And they don't
Greedy's
lose too
doing
much.
very well for himself.
Absolutely is. I think the big thing there is Crewmates have come into this mid lane a couple of times. They've not really done too much damage to the tower itself. And like you said earlier, that dire tier 1 dying just to the Void Spirit is causing problems for them. Like
Huge problems.
Where do the Crewmates play? They've lost so much space on this map.
Not only they don't know where to play, they don't know how to like attack the mid tower because they have a Spectre lineup, right? This lineup naturally doesn't have a lot of tower damage. So you need to be able to wipe out G-Pride's heroes before you can take the objective. And all they're doing is just sitting this Rubik mid with an Oracle behind him and just two-shotting the creep waves. Meanwhile, the Medusa is behind these two supports, just farming the jungle. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Can't do anything about it.
Yeah, it's
Damage the
systematic.
smokes.
And then you've got Tao, who is pretty freely just pushing out one of these other side lanes. Nobody's really going to try and stop him. And man, look at that top wave. Well, it's gone now. There's a huge amount of money coming to the Dusa now. 8,500 net worth.
Yep. This is what we talked about with the Dusa. She can just farm so fast, especially against the Spectre lineups, because they're a lot more passive. But the Spectre can join into the team fights if ever the Dusa does get caught out. That's what they're trying to do right now in Crewmates. They're smoking into the jungle. They're not going to find him here, but they do notice the Dusa is farming top. Are they going to connect to the Dusa or middle? That is the question, Gary.
It is, isn't it? I mean, they're going to find the Rubik or the Legion.
Oh, he
There's
missed.
the Arena, but the Spear misses. Now the lift up. They've got the Earth Spike on the Legion, but Greedy got the spells off. Finger of Death will finish him off, but the cooldown landing on pretty much no one means Rayo's gone. The Void Spirit clears him up. 3 for one exchange. Gorillaz-Pride say thank you very much.
That Blamio did so much damage in that last fight, Gary. Holy smoke. Just look at the fight recap. The Legion is the one who did the most damage. And she was the one being initiated on. She didn't even get the
Goodness.
overwhelming odds off. It was purely the blade mail, and then you have the Rubik coming in with the Rocket Barrage, the Fade Bolt, also a homing missile, Void Spirit. He just rolled his face on his keyboard, and everybody's dead.
And Medusa is like, yeah, nice. I can hit more creeps for another 2-3 minutes.
Good job, guys. He could have done a little bit more on the Dusa. He could have tipped his teammate, but he didn't do that
True.
this time.
That's a good shout, yeah. Next time he's going to have to. And now, emboldened by their defense of the mid-tier 1 again, smoking across. A bit of a dewarding mission, but also a jump from the Legion, dueling the Gyro. D-Flash caught up, Blade Mail Greedy, blows him up. Gyro down, the Rod of Atos there does catch him out a little bit, but the Oracle behind him, they've got so many dispels and saves. Seems so hard for the Crewmates to stick on a target and actually finish what they start.
You know what they gotta get for G-Pride now, Gary? They gotta get this Legion level 12. Because he's getting so much dual value at the moment. Let's double that up. She's at 40 damage already. It's very high.
They're
This
still
continues
eyeing
to
up.
scale.
Armin has Blink Dagger top. I'm just wondering if they want to TP someone to that tier 2 or
This will do.
what is aiming for. Yeah, no initiation there. As we get deeper and deeper into this game, Spectre really scrambling to get towards that Manta style. Is she in a straight matchup, Theben? Is she going to be able to stand against the Medusa with Blade Mail Manta?
No, there's going to be a point in the game where your job is not to jump the Deuce anymore. Your job is to catch everybody else, kill the supports, kill the Oracle, kill the Rubik. I think it's getting to the point in the game where she's not going to be able to just haunt straight onto the Dusa already, because the Dusa's like farming much faster and she's going to be one item ahead now. But earlier in the game, like the Mars smokes with the Lion and stuff, they should have been connecting to the Dusa so the Spectre can haunt in, get the kill on her, and like stay on par, like at least a little bit. Right now she's like 2,200 gold behind, and it's only 18 minutes into the game.
Yeah, even behind the Void Spirit at this point, who is, what, 1,400 ahead of his counterpart, the Mars.
Mm-hmm. So by the time the Spectre finishes Manta, Dusa's going to have like an ulti ore plus some more gold. Like, she's going to have Scotty, I think, before the Spectre is going to be able to even use Haunt and fight. That's scary.
Yeah, it truly is. So that's going to come down to that supporting cast, the position 5 Gyro with all his fluffy hats, heading into a Force Staff, so trying to kite around in these team fights as best they can. But it is that hardcore initiation that the crewmates are so reliant on, like Mars, Lion. They're so good at jumping people. They need to finish them.
I think the problem with this game, Gary, is that crewmates' execution have not been precise. They've missed a few spells, they've gone to the wrong parts on the map sometimes, and it's really costed them a lot. They had to really, dominate after getting that first blood mid, having a decent lane for the Mars, getting the right kills, even going for the Oracle kill bottom instead of the Dusa, it hurts them. And then losing the mid tower early game against the Void Spirit, that probably hurt the most though, because now you don't have this mid tower that you can just bring all your heroes to, smoke up from, attack quickly into the enemy jungle or the mid tower. It just slowed the crewmates game down so hard. Yeah,
so many things pivotal for that mid tier 1. So if the kind of downfall is that lack of crispness, the execution wise, is that down to this kind of G-Pride having so many saves? Are they afraid of what they have to do? Is it a delicate team fight balance, or is it literally just misclicks, bad button presses?
I think it's decision making as to where to be and who to go for in the game. They need to get more high profile kills, in the games, and not just settling for an Oracle or a Legion commander that's just chilling middle. Like, even when they smoked mid, there's a tower there, they jumped the Legion who has a Blade Mail, and they missed the Spear as well, where the Legion could have been just a straight up, like, simple, very easy, she doesn't get Blade Mail off, she just dies right away, and then we just take the mid tower kind of play. Or they could have just connected to the Dusa who showed top on a creep wave and try to kill her, which is even better, and try to slow down her farm so the Spectre can keep up with her.
So decelerate the Dusa while accelerating your Spectre.
Exactly.
It has been pretty good from Cat. Like, you see where his position is right now. He has definitely put himself on the forefront, kind of waving a flag and saying, "Hey, come and look at me. Don't focus anybody else. Leave the Void Spirit and the Dusa alone. Kill the poor little Oracle instead."
Alright. Looks like the game has finally unpaused.
The repause.
The repause. I was like, wait, what am I saying?
Please no. No repauses.
Is it me, Gary, or... Oh, okay, Tal's just gonna get a quick kill here first.
Is it you, or?
Is it me, or does it feel like in South American Dota, the team that has the superior carry, right, the one that can out-carry everybody in the late game, and just like kind of playing in a defensive way, been the way
nice lift. They catch the Mars, and he misses another spear. Now he's in the middle of 3 of them, and dead. I think I agree with you. I think, because I was thinking about this a few minutes ago. Is it ease of execution is something that we used to talk about a fair amount, and then it's always felt like that became less of a thing in terms of drafts and what you're doing. Teams got better at stuff. Oh god, another duel victory. On to the Gyro. Legion Commander gets it thanks to the Oracle. They're also trying to take down the Bloodseeker. Hijack does get dragged out of his TP. Rodovatos thrown, but Medusa just going to click him down little by little, tickling him until Ardius Gets a killing spree.
Yeah, like you said, ease of execution. Like, it's also the idea that one lineup has more
Dire's
pressure
middle tower is under attack.
put on them than the other. You're playing against a Medusa. The onus is on you to run into the Medusa and kill her and keep her down so your carry can keep up with her, right? But you need to also execute, even if you pick the right heroes for it. So the crewmates are the ones who are constantly being forced to be on the aggressive, on the offensive. And G-Pride is just like chilling, you know? They see the right opportunities, they go and fight, or they protect their carry.
That's a good
Not
point.
too
Because
much
pressure.
pressure.
Middle tower
Pressure is a word we use a lot, right? But there's different types of pressure. There's pressure that you're forced to do, like laning pressure, where you're just casting spells on people, forcing regen to be burnt through. And then there's things like you're saying here, the Medusa is like innate pressure. Just by existing, she creates pressure.
Exactly. Other heroes would be like Ricky or Bounty Hunter. You know, there's Invis heroes where like you have to constantly think about them, what they're doing on the map, and they do very unique things that other heroes don't.
That's a good arena with a spear. They've caught out that greedy Legion, focusing her down. She's popped the Blade Mail, the heal, the Essence
Mail.
Ring staying alive, and Argus
Still
is
alive.
cleared through the Lion.
Gets a
Doesn't
blink.
give a damn. The Medusa is the big boss in this game. Where's the Rupture Throne? I don't even know. They've lost the Spectre. It's all looking pretty down here for the crewmates as 3 heroes are annihilated. And that was a team fight they chose to take and initiated.
tower is under attack.
Yep, and that was the Haunt play right there, Gary. She did it before the Scotty was complete, but at the end of the day, it didn't really do what it was supposed to. Oh no, another duo with the Blade Mail, but it's on the Mars though. Bulwark does pretty good work. Oh, doesn't matter.
Rubik's there, just in
Yep,
time.
Zapped him. And got the damage. Plus 80 now. I think the Spectre haunted onto a different target and not the Legion Commander. They really need to just finish the kill off, man. This is also something else we've been seeing in some of these games as the season is just starting. People are not finishing heroes off. I think those are my two biggest pet peeves. People not finishing heroes off, and the second one is cores not clicking their BKBs.
Not pressing BKBs, yeah. It's been... I don't know how to describe it. It feels like they want to go on so many different targets at the same time. They feel strong. It's that feeling of we can do this. We can go on 2 targets at the same time instead of focusing one hero, get numbers advantage, then snowball that into a great team fight for them.
Yeah, I mean it's a good idea, right? If you maximize your fight. For example, a region that's really good at finishing targets is China. China will literally throw the entire kitchen sink at one hero because they know as soon as they finish that one hero off, as long as the map is like 4v5, you got the numbers advantage, they can do whatever they want. Where like
Especially the core, right?
Yeah, exactly. Where like maybe some other teams, they're willing to min-max that stuff, and obviously your gains could be greater. But, in these situations, you just want to get a kill, man. That's it. Make the game much simpler for yourself.
Medusa now with an Aegis. Scotty, 15,000 net worth, and it is time.
Mars.
23 minutes in to
Mars.
just run down this mid lane and head in towards high ground and find the Mars
Give me that
for
duel,
what
baby.
looks like a free kill.
No duel.
No duel.
Dire's middle tower
But tier 3 in barracks? What's even going to stop them? A cooldown? I don't think so. They just tank straight through it. It barely scratches them. They've got press the attack. They've got so many ways to disengage as well as the
is under attack.
building is just going to start falling right in front of their faces.
Dire's middle barracks are under
I
attack.
guess Lion does drag the next wave away.
Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
We should be able to finish off this melee barracks though before... Oh, no,
No cam.
never mind.
No wave. No wave. It's all gone.
So
Gotta
good
wait
move
it
by
out.
the Lion.
13k gold advantage from the Medusa team. 24 minutes
13
into
kill
the game.
advantage.
They got a solar crest now too, Gary. Plus the press the attack. That's a lot of attack speed being stacked onto the Medusa.
Where's that shard? No. Greedy. Stop buying a BKB for yourself. Buy the shard so you can have a BKB for your Medusa.
Yeah, let them walk out.
Dire's bottom
Of the
tower
Of the
Arena?
arena, yeah.
fallen.
That's cool. That was a really good shot. Like I didn't even realize that how good the Legion Commander shard is gonna be against the Mars. That's awesome. It might even make Mars like unplayable in some situation. I can totally see a world where Legion Commander is a support hero against Mars.
What, like +5?
Radiant's top
No,
You're playing
maybe
her like an
4.
Abaddon. Okay.
Dire's bottom tower has
Yeah, 5. I seen Puppy play 5 Legion Commander already. He's done it.
Yeah,
But yeah,
we've seen
play
it a couple
5
of times in
Legion,
the
get a
past.
Solar
fallen.
Crest, you know?
Has fallen.
Solar Crest
Sounds
and,
pretty good.
press the attack shard. Easy.
Honestly, sounds pretty good. I mean, you got what? You got like 440 build. You don't level duel. You just 440 stats. Buy a Solar Crest. Buy Greaves or something. I don't know.
Yeah, shove
pretty
lanes out
nifty.
with your Q. Easy.
And you're tanky. Hey, you're a pretty tanky strength hero. Plenty of armor. Well, Medusa is sitting on this high ground and just hitting buildings. Honestly, crewmates, they've got to make a move. Spectre is out on the opposite side of the map with Manta, Diffuser Blade, Haunt at the ready. But if you just
wanna
let them
find
take
something.
your
Dire's bottom barracks.
buildings, they're gonna do it.
Radiant's top tower.
And what's the jump?
You don't
I mean,
think they're
Lion-
gonna raise a white flag right here? I mean, they'll raise a white flag after this fight.
This fight is it. This is be all and end all.
Looking for
As they look at
Oracle.
the arena, catching the Legion again, hunting the Oracle on the back, but the Fate is there, the saves come, and Lion is shredded. Legion's still alive, they can't kill a single target. The Radiant are too tanky. Spectre's gone with no buyback available, and even with the
Bloodseeker's
Lion
next.
buyback, the Bloodseeker's caught in the Yules and a duel inside the base between the barracks gets a triple kill for your Medusa and another victory for Greedy,
Here's a white flag.
and GG is called.
Attack. Dire's bottom barracks has fallen.
26 minutes for a Medusa draft to get up and running and just cruise to victory.
Middle barracks are under attack.
I gotta give a huge shout out this game to Tao. I think he played spectacular against the Mars with their early first blood. Like it didn't really phase him, you know. He just got his regen. He played normally. He see the Mars rotating. He sees the Mars just get a Oracle kill. He's like, all right, I'm just gonna keep pushing mid. He got a tower before 10 minutes as a solo Void Spirit. I don't think I can say I've ever seen that happen before. And crewmates just kind of crumbled from there. Their options were very limited. They felt the pressure of the Dusa. They tried some smoke plays, but none of them landed on any big kills, and they just started to fall behind. So game 2 is on Brazil server, I think. So maybe we'll